Subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon, to never miss a video from us. Hi everyone, welcome to Test Prep Training. In this video you will learn about the top interview questions for multi-factor authentication essentials. So let's get started. Question number 1, what is Authpoint Management UI? Your answer is: the Authpoint Management UI is where you set up and manage your Authpoint users, groups, resources, and authentication policies. You can get access to the Authpoint Management UI in WatchGuard Cloud. Question number 2, what is a resource in Authpoint? Your answer is: in Authpoint, resources refer the services and applications that your users connect to. Question number 3, how do you configure MFA for an application? Your answer is: to configure MFA for an application, you must add a resource for the client in Authpoint, and configure the necessary settings for MFA in your third-party application. Question number 4, what are groups? Your answer is: in Authpoint, groups are how you define which resources your users have access to. You add users to groups in Authpoint, then you add the groups to the authentication policies that specify which resources users can authenticate to. Question number 5, name the authentication methods. Your answer is: the authentication methods are 1. Push notification and QR code. 2. One-time password. 3. Password. Question number 6, how does Authpoint uses QR code? Your answer is: a QR code is a square barcode that can be scanned by your phone to read stored data. Authpoint uses secure QR codes to provide you with a verification code for authentication. Authpoint QR codes can only be decrypted with the built-in Authpoint app QR code reader. Question number 7, what is Active Directory? Your answer is: Active Directory is the Microsoft Windows-based application of an LDAP directory structure. It lets you expand the concept of domain hierarchy used in DNS to an organizational level. It keeps information and settings for an organization in a central, easy-to-access database. You can use an Active Directory authentication server to enable your users to authenticate to your Firebox, with their current network credentials. Question number 8, how can you test the connection to your authentication servers? Your answer is: you can test the connection to your authentication server with one of these methods. 1. Go to the authentication servers page for your server. 2. Navigate directly to the server connection page in Fireware Web UI. 3. Connect to the authentication portal on port 4100. Question number 9, explain about third-party authentication servers. Your answer is: if you use a third-party authentication server, you do not have to keep a separate user database on your Firebox. You can configure a third-party server, install the authentication server with access to your Firebox, and put the server behind the device for security. You then configure the device to forward user authentication requests to that server. However, if you create a user group on the device that authenticates to a third-party server, make sure you create a group on the server that has the same name as the user group on the device. Question number 10, define Bosko server authentication. Your answer is: Bosko server authentication uses the Identity Authentication Server to authenticate remote users on a company network through a Radius, or web server environment. Bosko also supports multiple authentication server environments. The Bosko one-time password token system enables you to eliminate the weakest link in your security infrastructure, the use of static passwords. Question number 11, what is SAML 2.0? Your answer is: SAML 2.0 is a standard that specifies how a service provider and an identity provider exchange user identity information. When you configure your Firebox for SAML SSO, the Firebox operates as the SP. The IDP is a third-party service that you specify. Question number 12, what is Access Portal? Your answer is: the Access Portal is a clientless VPN solution that provides secure remote access to common web applications that use HTML, HTML5, and JavaScript technologies. With the Access Portal, you do not need to install a software or hardware client. When you configure the Access Portal, users only need a web browser to connect to different types of resources. Question number 13, what is the use of APT blocker? Your answer is: an advanced persistent threat attack is a type of network attack that uses advanced malware and zero-day exploits to get access to networks and confidential data over extended periods of time. APT attacks are highly sophisticated and often target specific, high-profile institutions, such as government or financial sector companies. Question number 14. What is Offpoint Gateway? Your answer is: the Offpoint Gateway is a lightweight software application that you install on your network so that Offpoint can communicate with your Radius clients, the Offpoint agent for ADFS, and your Active Directory or LDAP database. The gateway functions as a Radius server and is required for Radius authentication, and to enable LDAP synced users to authenticate with SAML resources. Question number 15. Why do we use primary gateways? Your answer is: the primary gateway synchronizes your LDAP users and enables Radius authentication, and LDAP user authentication. This gateway is the primary point of communication between Offpoint and your Radius clients, the Offpoint agent for ADFS, and your Active Directory or LDAP database. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel.